The Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum is not like other museums. It stands in Boston, a beautiful building that looks like a Venetian palace. Isabella Stewart Gardner, a wealthy and eccentric art lover, designed it herself. She wanted her home to become a museum after she died. Her collection was her life's work. She traveled the world, buying paintings, buying sculptures, buying tapestries. She arranged every single piece with care. Each room was a complete work of art, a snapshot of her unique vision. She left strict instructions in her will. Nothing in the collection was ever to be moved or changed. If it was, the entire collection would be sold. This rule made the museum a perfect time capsule, a glimpse into one woman's extraordinary world. The collection itself is breathtaking, holding masterpieces from some of the greatest artists in history. There are works by Rembrandt, Vermeer, Manet, and Degas. These are not just minor sketches but significant world-famous paintings. The museum housed one of only about 36 known Vermeers, and 3 works by Rembrandt, including his only seascape. Art here was part of the building's fabric. The Gardner felt personal, intimate. Unlike vast white-walled museums, this felt like a private home. But its security was lax, a vulnerability with fatal consequences. The night was March 17, 1990, St. Patrick's Day in Boston. The city was alive with celebrations, parades and parties, streets crowded, police busy across town. The perfect distraction. While the city celebrated, the Gardner stood quietly on the Fenway. Inside, 2 young guards worked the overnight shift, Rick Abath and Randy Heston. One patrolled, the other watched cameras and manned the only entrance. Outside noise masked what was about to unfold. At 1:24 a.m., a red buzzer sounded. A voice came over the intercom. 2 men, dressed as police officers, stood at a side entrance. They said they were responding to a disturbance in the courtyard. Seeing uniforms, Abath believed them. He broke strict protocol, never opened the door for anyone. He buzzed them in, the night's most critical mistake. Once inside, their intentions were clear. One told Abath he looked familiar, maybe a warrant out for his arrest. Abath stepped away, leaving the panic button. They overpowered and handcuffed him. This was a robbery. The second guard was cuffed too. Both were taped and taken to the basement. The thieves disabled immediate alarms. With keys, silence, and time, they had the museum to themselves. Outside, Boston celebrated. Below, 2 guards listened helplessly as the heist began. With the guards secured, the thieves began their work. They did not move randomly. Motion detectors traced a deliberate path. Their first stop, the Dutch room on the 2nd floor. It held the museum's greatest treasures, Rembrandt and Vermeer. Their focus was precise, their actions deliberate, but their methods were crude. Glass smashed, canvas ripped. They cut Rembrandt's The Storm on the Sea of Galilee from its frame. They did the same to A Lady and Gentleman in Black. A panel self-portrait was too heavy, they took a small etching instead. Vermeer's The Concert, one of the world's most valuable stolen paintings, was simply taken off the wall. They also took a small flink landscape. In another room, 5 drawings by Edgar Degas disappeared, yet more valuable works by Raphael and Titian were left behind. They stole a bronze eagle finial and an ancient Chinese bronze beaker, or guyu. The robbery lasted 81 minutes. At 2:45 a.m., they told the guards they'd hear from them in a year. They left the way they came, vanishing into the night with their haul. By morning, police found empty frames, shattered glass, and galleries forever changed. The investigation began immediately, led by the FBI. The crime scene offered few solid clues. The thieves wore gloves, took security tapes and printouts, erasing evidence of entry. Only footage recovered. The night before, Abath let an unidentified man in. Abath and Heston were suspected but never linked to the crime. Leads pointed to organized crime in Boston and beyond. The FBI's primary theory named a local crew: Carmelo Merlino, George Reisfelder, and David Turner. Agents believe they know the thieves, but key suspects died within a year of being named. No one was charged. The 5-year statute of limitations expired. Solving it proved difficult. Lack of physical evidence, a criminal code of silence, and many suspects and witnesses now deceased. The art never surfaced. Perhaps hidden in private, perhaps destroyed. The trail ran through Connecticut and Philadelphia, then went cold. Decades later, it remains the largest unsolved art theft. A $10 million reward stands for safe return. In the Dutch room, empty frames still hang, placeholders of loss and hope. A promise to Isabella that one day the collection will be whole again, but for now they stand as silent witnesses to the perfect crime.